It was a nice quiet summer at Helsingborg compared to last year until just a few days before the league season was due to start, a dressing room mutiny threatened to completely disrupt our preparations. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel and part 7 of my Build a Nation save in Sweden with Helsingborg. Like I said in the intro, it was a nice quiet summer. We were just cruising along, preparing for the new season. We brought in a couple of really good players. Got rid of a few, mostly on free transfers, and it was all going swimmingly until just a few days before the league season was due to start, when one player kicked off and led a dressing room mutiny. Find out how I dealt with that, the players that we brought in, and how we got on in the Svenska Cupen in a moment. But before we get going, please do hit the like button if you're enjoying my content, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell to know when future videos are going to be released. But without further ado, let's go and look at pre-season of Season 3. When last season ended, so did plenty of players' contracts, and these included Emil Hellman, Kamal Issa, who's now retired from playing and has become a scout, although he's unemployed and hasn't actually had a job as a scout yet. Dennis Olsen, who left on New Year's Eve and is now at Eskilsmine. Can't pronounce the name of the team, but it was never ever going to get into our side, and yeah, it was better that he left. Amin Al-Hamawi left on a free transfer and joined Mjällby, and he was joined at his new club by Erik Anborn, who, our 19-year-old, great lot of potential, but didn't want to stay. And Lucas Kjellnes was another one with a lot of potential who decided he wanted to leave and has gone to Värnamo. The other outgoings were John Berkfeldt, who went for £100,000 to Skövde. The 28-year-old wasn't quite good enough to get into my first team. He wanted to play regular first team football, so we sold him. And Aryan Kabashi went to Eskilstuna for, I think, £12,000. Another player who wasn't good enough for the first team. He was on the fringes and was just taking up a place in the squad. And we did bring in a couple of players. Well, 3 to be exact. It weren't exactly the rebuild that we had last summer. We didn't completely change the first team. But we brought in some exceptionally talented players. Starting with Georgi Vanadze, 22-year-old Georgian winger. Leading Allsvenskan player, 4-star current ability, fantastic attributes. He's quick, he's got a great first touch, he can dribble, he can cross, he's good off the ball, he's got good leadership, good flair. He's basically a fantastic player at this level and can get even better as well. Then at the beginning of March, we broke our transfer record and spent £425,000 on Swedish under-21 or former under-21 international defender Anton Eriksson from Norrköping. 4-star, good Allsvenskan player. Could become a leading Allsvenskan player. He's still got the potential to improve. He's a ball-playing defender but can also play as a libero, a wide centre-back, a central defender, a no-nonsense centre-back. 6'2". Good in the air, good jumping reach, good first touch, good tackling, good passing, good marking. Again, a fantastic signing. And then on the 1st of April, I brought in 31-year-old former England under-21 international Jamal Lascelles, another player who's got 4-star current ability, good Allsvenskan player. He's unlikely to improve, but he doesn't really need to because he's already the best defender in our team by bringing him in. He literally just bring him in. Best player in the team, or best defender in the team. He's aggressive, he's got good anticipation, good bravery, composure, determination, concentration. He's good at decision making, he's still very strong. He's still got a bit of pace despite the fact he's 31 years old. He's 6'2", he's good in the air, he's good marking, good tackling. His leadership is 17, his teamwork is 16. What is not to love about Jamal Lascelles, who's come in on a free transfer? We're paying him a little bit more money than I'm paying everyone else. He's on £6,750 a week, which is a lot less than he would have been earning at Newcastle, by the way. But he's been without a team for a while. We've brought him in on a free, and I'm hoping that he plays a fantastic part in building us up the table. But Jamal Lascelles' arrival caused problems. With the league season due to start on the 6th of April, I brought in Jamal Lascelles on the 1st of April. Thought we'd give him a few days of training to get integrated into the squad. As soon as he arrived, Philip Scheiberg, my club captain, team leader, experienced central defender, came to me and complained that he would no longer get playing time, that Lascelles' arrival would take away his playing time. Now, bearing in mind, I'd already dropped him down to a squad player. He had accepted being dropped down to a squad player, and now he was still complaining. Basically, I said that we need as many good players in that position as possible. That he wasn't happy with that. He weren't happy with that. So he went away very unhappy. The next day, the morning of the 2nd of April, I got, I think 12 players. Maybe I may be wrong with that, but it was around about 12 players. It seemed like it was the entire squad. All came to me and said that I'm treating Philip Sjöberg wrong. I should give him the playing time that he wants. And if I don't, they're all going to kick off. They're all going to be unhappy. So basically, I just said to them, okay, I'll give him the playing time that he wants. They all went away with green. They're all happy now because I've said that I'm going to give him the playing time that he wants. And then I've done this. As you can see, Philip Sjöberg is now available on a free transfer because I released him. I thought it was better to pay off the rest of his contract, which I think was up at the end of the season anyway, pay off his contract rather than have a mutiny in my dressing room. If you are going to come to me and you're going to cause problems when I'm trying my best to improve the team, then you can say goodbye to your teammates, goodbye to the fans, and you can go off and be available on a free transfer. And that is now what Philip Sjöberg is. And if we look at the scout report, he's only a C+ anyway, so I've made the right move. He may have been our captain, he may have been our team leader, but Lascelles has got 17 leadership, so hopefully he's going to jump straight to a team leader within no time at all, and nobody's going to miss Philip Sjöberg. And I have avoided, hopefully, a dressing room mutiny. So that's the transfers done. That's the transfers that I brought in and the players that left. And yeah, and Philip Sjöberg, let that be an example to all of you. If you're going to come to me and moan about me trying to progress this team and take it to the next level, then you will find yourself down the road. You will find yourself unemployed because I'm not putting up with it. Okay. Anyway, let's go and see what happened on the pitch. We started our cup campaign at home to Osters, and we took the lead within 9 minutes with Acquire picking out Maguire, who shot from the edge of the area, found the back of the net, and it was 1-0 at half-time. We held on. Osters did look to fight back, but Becerovic found Mosquito in the 94th minute, who beat the keeper, made it 2-0, and we had opened up our Svenska Cupen group stage campaign with a victory over Osters. We then travelled to Gaius. I think they're a second division side. And again, took the lead in the 8th minute. Georgi Vanadze with his first goal for us. I'm going to call him Vanadze, by the way. There is a K at the beginning, but I'm not sure if you pronounce it or not. Anyway, in the 32nd minute, Maguire broke through, beat the keeper, made it 2-0. The home side did try to fight back in the second half. They did have 5 shots on target in the end, but it was a second straight 2-0 victory, and we were flying in the group stage. Although, next up was Malmo. We'd drawn our fierce rivals at home, and they were down to 10 men inside the first minute when Lasseberg Jonsson was sent off. And then Maguire, with an absolute thunderbolt from outside the area, put us 1-0 up. We were flying, but Malmo were a very, very good side. And Jorgensen pulled one back with 4.5 minutes left of the first half. And in the second half, it was very, very tense, very tight, until this happened. Estrada from the edge of the area in the 87th minute made it 2-1 to Malmo. And unfortunately, we couldn't get back into the game. Sean Maguire was injured in the 81st minute. And then Benjamin Acquire was booked twice within 3 minutes in injury time and was sent off. It ended quite poorly. We lost 2-1 at home despite playing against 10 men for pretty much the entire game. We should have done better. We had our chances, and I think we've let one slip away there. We were out of the cup in the group stage. So that was the transfers, that's what happened in the Swedish Cup, and there were also changes on the board with Ole Andersson coming in as the club's new chairperson and Anton Jardler as the new managing director. Every single year on the 1st of March there's an election for chairman of Helsingborg. I don't know if it's the same in every Swedish club, but there's an election, the previous chairman or chairperson can stand again, and it's basically like electing a councillor or something like that, like a president or a prime minister or whatever, and people vote for who they want, and Ole Andersson is the new chairperson of Helsingborg. Unfortunately, his first thing was to come to me and tell me he's not putting any money into the team, so our finances are what they are, and they're not very good. As you can see, we are £578,360 overdrawn in the bank. Our current wage spend is £69,453 a week, and our wage budget is only just over £65,000, so we're over £4,000 a week worse off than our wage budget says, and we don't really have much in the transfer budget that's going to change anything. We did have 492,000. We now got £51,597 in that transfer budget, basically because I broke the club's transfer record, and then I brought in Jamel Lascelles, and I'm paying him over £6,000 a week. But it'll all be good. It'll all be okay. We're going to do really, really well in the league with these new players I've brought in, and it's going to make the money problems go away. Hopefully. And with that being said, you'll probably find it no surprise that I'm struggling to work within the wage budget. So the board vision, the club's long-term vision and expectations, my actionable objective to work within the wage budget is required, and we're struggling. But I'm hoping that what happens on the pitch will far outweigh the fact that I've spent a little bit too much money. We are down to avoid relegation again. The board want us to avoid relegation. They're reserving judgment, but they're pleased, and we're past being competitive in the Svenska Cupen. Magnus Olsson's contract is up at the end of this season, so we need a good season. We need really to try and get back within the wage budget at some point as well, in order for Magnus Olsson to get a new contract and try to become an established top flight side next season. As for performance, both the board and the supporters rate us a B at the moment. They're pleased with the overall leadership of the team. The fans are pleased with the job that's being done. But it could get better. We could be better. There are a few concerns, like the fans are disappointed that we got rid of Philip Scheierberg. But unfortunately, that's how life is. It was causing problems. They're also disappointed about the group game defeat against Malmo. And the board are concerned about the group game defeat against Malmo. To be honest, we played against 10 men for almost 90 minutes and still didn't beat them. So I'm slightly concerned by it. But we'll talk about that another day. Plus, I've brought in two really, really good defenders since then. So hopefully we'll be a better team the next time we play them. But if we look to take some positives from that Malmo defeat, they are again red-hot favourites to win the league, and we only lost to them by a single goal. I know, yeah, they played with one man less than us for most of the game, but it was only by a single goal, and they are red-hot favourites to once again win the Allsvenskan title. Although Hammarby are the holders and won it last year, they are second favourites at 12-5. So basically, the media prediction or the season preview is that it's going to be a two-horse race for the title. AIK and Häcken make up the top four, and then Elfsborg and Djurgården will be in the top six. We are 300-1 to win the title, and we're predicted to finish around about 12th place. Well, last season, we were predicted to finish rock bottom. We were the rank outsiders, and we finished 8th place. So, if we manage to finish 5 places higher than the media prediction again this season, we'll finish in the top 3 and qualify for Europe for next season. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? But anyway, I reckon top 8 again, I'll be happy with. Top 6, I will be over the moon. And if we can just push to try and challenge for top 4 or 5, then that will make me even happier. But I will be happy with a repeat of last season, finish top 8, top half of the table, and then continue to build from there. And hopefully within the next 2 or 3 seasons, we will be challenging for that title. But one of the biggest things, one of the biggest discrepancies between us and those top sides is money. At the moment, our club is valued at just over £7 million, which isn't a lot. There are only 4 teams in the division who are ranked or valued at less than us. And like if you take Malmo for example, they're valued at £97 million, almost £100 million. We're valued at just over 7. Then Hammarby are valued at 39 million. Häcken are 28.5. AIK are 21.5. They're valued at a lot of money compared to us. So in order for us to move on to that next level, I think we do need to find some way of increasing our value. Maybe getting a new investor or someone who's going to buy the club. Hopefully keep finishing top 8, top 6, maybe do well in cup competitions, maybe qualify for Europe somehow. We'll build our value up. But until we've got more money coming into the club, I don't really see how we can challenge right at the top of that table with teams that are valued at almost £100 million winning the league when we're valued at £7 million. So that's something, that's food for thought, and it makes it a little bit tougher, but it's also something to put our teeth into and really look to improve as we go along. We're going to try and improve Helsingborgs' finances. We're going to try and make them valued more. And if we can make them valued more, it will help with us building a nation, because there'll be another team within Sweden who are valued at a lot of money. So that's another thing, really. But at the minute, the money situation is holding us back quite a lot. I also had a little bit of a change in tactics over pre-season. We were playing with a 4-3-3 with a defensive midfielder, but I've changed it to a 4-2-4 gegenpress to try and play with 2 attacking players, 2 strikers, because obviously Adam Bergmark-Weiberg was playing out on the left. I brought Vanadze in, who's our now best winger, so Bergmark-Weiberg will move back up front, and then we've got Mosquito as backup and Maturana and players like that can come in and cover there. So I've changed the formation, I've changed the system, and that's how we're going to start the season. Right, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please do smash the like button, subscribe to the channel like I said before, hit the notification bell and all that good stuff. And I will see you all again next time. Until then, bye-bye for now.